Well, Greenland and Denmark keep saying that Greenland isn't for sale, but the US President Donald Trump isn't listening. The US has been copping quite a bit of heat from its European allies over these latest threats to take over Greenland, which has really ramped up since the US's military operation in Venezuela. Giving his New Year's speech, the French President Emmanuel Macron said that the US is gradually turning away from its NATO allies.
The United States is an established power, but one that is gradually turning away from some of its allies and freeing itself from the international rules it was still promoting until recently. I'm telling you that there's utter chaos, the law of the strongest prevails, and every day people wonder if Greenland will be invaded.
The White House says it's actively discussing an offer to buy Greenland after revealing it was considering a range of options to acquire the Danish territory, including using the military. Donald Trump has argued that the US needs to take control of Greenland in the face of rising threats from China and Russia in the Arctic. His Vice President, J.D. Vance, says that Denmark hasn't done a proper job in securing Greenland.
We love having these allies, but just because you did something smart 25 years ago doesn't mean you can't do something dumb now. And the President of the United States is saying very clearly, you are not doing a good job with respect to Greenland. We're going to make sure we defend America's interests. And I think the President's willing to go as far as he has to make sure he does that.
The US Secretary of State Marco Rubio will meet with Denmark next week to discuss acquiring the island. But Greenland's opposition leader says Greenland should hold direct talks with the US without Denmark as it weighs up how to respond to these new threats.
Well, I've said it for a year now. They should butt out our Greenlandic affairs because they're escalating the situation.
The Danish Prime Minister says that if the US was to attack Greenland, that would be the end of NATO. But there's clearly a lot of competing interests here about who should control Greenland. And this is an issue that is unlikely to be resolved quickly or easily.